Hey guys, it's Elliot from Elliott School of Music, your home for music lessons, tutorials, and everything in between. If you haven't already done so, be sure and like the video, hit subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you can get notified on future videos just like this one. This is our second video in our multi-video beginner piano series. So if you haven't already checked out the first video, you can do that right here. And if you have, then you're in luck, because we're starting right now. The next thing we're going to talk about are something called arpeggios. Now you may have heard this term before, but if you don't know, an arpeggio is really just a series of notes in a row. So it's really simple. What we're going to do is start with our first finger back on middle C like we did before. Now, the first time we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time we're going to be skipping 2 and 4, and we're only going to play notes 1, 3, and 5. And those are the notes to a C major chord. C, E, and G. And just like we did before with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to get comfortable with just those 3 notes. That's a C major arpeggio. Be sure and focus on only hearing that one note at a time. We don't want to hear those all together, although it doesn't sound bad. That's not really what we're looking for right now. We want to be really precise and playing only one note at a time. Now after we feel comfortable with that, we're going to take that same pattern and we're going to go up one white key at a time, just like we did before, with starting with C, up to D, up to E, up to F, keep going with G, A, 2 more, B, and C. Very nice. Now we're going to take that same idea and we're going to do it with the left hand. So we're going to start here with C on our left 5th finger, that's our left pinky. And we can get set up here with each of our fingers on a white key. And remember, we're only going to play 5, 3, and 1. Then we're going to move up to D, up to E, up to F, keeping it nice and crisp, nice and clean, up to G, up to A, B, and last one, C. Now you can do these as many times as you need to until you get really comfortable with both of these hands doing those arpeggios. Now the next thing that we're going to do is take that same idea, the same arpeggio in each hand, and we're going to use both hands to play them. This is the first time we've done 2 hands at once. So our right first finger is going to start on middle C, and our left 5th finger, our pinky, is going to start on the C below. It's 1 C below. Now the easiest way to keep track of where you're at right now, this isn't always going to be like this, but for these exercises, there's always going to be 2 white keys in between your thumbs. Kind of an easy way to keep track of where you're at. But you're going to play 5, 3, 1 with your left hand, and then 1, 3, 5 with your right hand. All together, it'll sound like this. 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5. And we're playing the same notes 1 octave apart. So we're doing a left hand arpeggio, right hand arpeggio. And we can repeat this until we get really comfortable and really consistent with the way we're playing it. Remember to use these fingers are the ones that you want to use. We're not going to hold our hands like that, but I just want you to see that these are the fingers that we're using. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're using our thumb, middle, and pinky to play these notes. So again, left arpeggio, right arpeggio. Now when when you feel comfortable with that, we're going to take that same pattern and we're going to move up one note at a time, just like we did with the other exercises. Starting with C. Oops, moving up to D. Moving up to E. Up to F. Remember the two white keys in the middle? Up to G. Up to A. Up to B. And C. Now, we're going to keep that same pattern, left hand arpeggio, right hand arpeggio, and we're going to do it in a new order, or a new chord progression. So we're going to start with A. We're going to go down to G, down to F, and down to E. Now be careful here because we've been doing every white key in a row up to this point. This is the first time that we're getting lower with each chord. And also, this is the first time that instead of playing all the way down until we reach the octave, we're going to stop at E, and then we're going to restart back at A. So we're going to be playing left hand arpeggio, right hand arpeggio. Left, down to G, down to F, and then down to E. Now we go back up to A where we started. Let's try that again. Do this as many times as you need to until you get comfortable with it. Notice that there's still two white keys in between my thumbs. Very nice. Now let's take that same pattern, that same idea, left hand arpeggio, right hand arpeggio, and we're going to play F, G, E, and F. So our chord changes again are F, G, E, and then F. So left hand arpeggio, right hand arpeggio. Starting with F. Up to G. Down to E. Oh. Up to F. F. Up to G. Down to E. Up to F. One more time. Excellent job today, guys, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure and subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and hit the bell so you can get notified on future videos in this series. And if you're interested in private lessons, be it online or in person, visit ElliottSchoolOfMusic.com for more information. Thanks.